Hello. Some of the friends and former colleagues who are familiar with what I've been working on have been asking me when is the right time to collaborate as an investor in my development projects. The quick answer I gave them is not yet. Here's why. When I moved to Boise in 2005, I learned a lot about market cycles. I worked with my father to develop Cityside Lofts, a 77-unit condo project on the edge of downtown Boise. The project was eventually a success, but it wasn't easy. It required a lot of hard work and creativity to get through the downturn of 2008. To save costs, we closed our office and moved our desks into a couple of the unsold condo units. To meet our loan covenants, we sold some condos at auction at a significant discount. To offset expenses, we rented out several condos to generate income. The lengthy sales cycle and interest was painful. It wasn't fun. Here in 2023, I find myself looking at a potentially similar economic situation as 2008. Unlike then, however, I feel that this time I can see it coming. Cracks are forming in the financial system today, similar to what happened in 2007. I've surrounded myself with experienced mentors, investors, developers, and economists that have been through several of these market cycles. They are helping prepare me for what might happen. Although nobody can completely predict the future, you can reasonably prepare for the top likely scenarios: a soft landing, a bad recession, or perhaps even a global financial crisis similar to 2008. I wasn't prepared for 2008, nor was I prepared for the great investment opportunities that followed. This time, however, I'm doing my best to prepare for possible dark times over the next couple of years, as well as the great investment opportunities that will certainly arise during and after those dark times. First and foremost, I'm an investor. Mostly, I invest in my own projects, such as office buildings, self-storage, and some residential. However, I'm also an investor in other people's projects, including several apartment complexes, Florida, South Carolina, Tennessee, Indiana, Arizona, a couple of self-storage facilities in Washington State and Nevada, and an 8-story office building in Virginia. I love being a passive investor in these syndications where the sponsors do all of the hard work, and I simply get to share the cash flow and profits. However, I love creating things. Anybody who's worked with me in the tech sector already knows this. My passion is identifying compelling customer problems and needs, and then working with great teams to solve them better than anyone else. Although I have a technical background with a degree in electrical engineering and a master's in manufacturing engineering, most of my career in tech has been outwardly focused, working with customers, partners, and providers to create and deliver compelling solutions. Whether it's tech or real estate, the process is the same. Create value. If you create value, customers will be happy and investors will be rewarded. This is why I've intentionally chosen not to retire after my successful tech exit. I've chosen to develop real estate and create value. As an investor, I'm investing in my own projects alongside my investors to create alignment on the objectives and share in the success. After all, that's how I got here in the first place. I just returned from a real estate investment conference held by the Real Estate Guys. They have a small mastermind group that I am fortunate to be part of. The other members of the group actively sponsor a variety of recession-resilient investments with various objectives: cash flow, growth, tax advantaged to high-income W-2 earners, etc. It was a fabulous experience and educational to hear their strategies and approaches. The reason I bring this conference up is that even though I answered not yet to my own potential investors, the answer only applies to my projects. There's always a right time to invest as long as it's with a good project, with someone who has the skills, experience, and credibility to succeed in times good and bad. I'm fortunate to have a good network of skilled investment colleagues. And plus, real estate is a great investment during times of high inflation. I've been fairly quiet over the last couple of years while creating my real estate investment portfolio and working on my development projects. Going forward, however, I'll be more visible. I'll be creating and sharing original content, observation, and analysis for anybody interested. I'll also be sharing pointers to my colleagues and mentors, as well as the experts and economists I follow. I'll post this content publicly at LinkedIn and Twitter. Links to those feeds can be found at the bottom of my website at hosakventures.com. Thanks and have a wonderful day.